Hello everybody and welcome back to the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode Series. Today we have the Charlotte Roval, and here's a reminder of the points going in here. Chase Elliott -1, Austin Dillon -11, Martin Truex Jr. -12, and Matt Benedetto -22. So here we go into the qualifying. Here we go to complete our lap, and as you can see, it's not going to be a very good one. We go and finish with a 123.61, which puts us 26. So already putting ourselves in a pretty bad position to start with here, as we only have 19 points above the cut line going into this race. AJ Allmendinger on the pole today, and you have Benedetto and Truex Jr. up in the top 10, as well as Keselowski. So we'll see how they get on. But here we are at Charlotte for the Bank of America Roval 400. It's going to be a very interesting race today. Of course, it is the final race of the round of 12, and then we'll axe the field down to only 8 drivers left in for the run of the championship. So we'll see who makes it through to go in to try and get around the 4th spot here. So we have the stories of the race there. They didn't really matter too much, except for Chase Elliott having to start at the back. So there's some implications already coming here. Chase Elliott already in a hole. As we are ready to go green flag racing, the Roval is underway. We are slipping and sliding, coming to the green, but we make ourselves steady, and we go into the first corner. Already contact on the inside lane there, but we go up 4 or 5 positions there already, from 24th to 20th. Of course, we had 2 drivers go to the back, Eric Jones and Chase Elliott. So here we are now in 20th position as we check up here and barely get into the back of Cindric. Everyone checks up on that inside lane. Unfortunately, we make contact. But now here we are, looking to the inside of Austin Dillon, who is in the round of 12, but he's going to need to be doing a lot better than 19th if he wants to make it through, as we slip by below Cindric and Austin Dillon for P18 here. So a very nice start, up 6 positions. This is what we need to be doing if we want to get ourselves in a safe position, is making as many positions up as possible. And I want to make a quick note. I accidentally forgot to put the race on relaxed yellows for a road course, so you're going to see some absolute memery here, as there's a lot of contact going into the chicane here, but everyone makes it out okay, thankfully, as we are still behind Aric Almirola right now. Of course, we are going to take over that 10 car going into next season, which will be the final season of this career mode before the new NASCAR game comes out. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with the Heat 5 game anymore, because if this game was a lot better, I'd play it a lot more, but unfortunately, it just isn't. And I played a lot of Heat 4, and let's just say I'm burnt out of this game, because it's the same thing as Heat 4, let's be real here. But yeah, at least we have the mods that somewhat make it interesting. But yeah, here we are now to the outside of Alex Bowman, but we can't quite make a move, because now we're going to shove it down to the inside of the both of them here, getting past Aric Almirola and Alex Bowman, not wasting any time at all to get into P16, as now we are in a position where we can be quite happy with right now. 8 positions up in 2 laps so far is pretty darn good, and now we are catching Timmy Hill, as well as the 42 of Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher in the 17 as well. So we'll see if we can get around those guys. But yeah, trying to get a run on the 66 of Timmy Hill there. Kyle Larson is also here as well, as we go 3 wide with Buescher and Hill, splitting Timmy Hill here as we come into the chicane a little bit too hot. We make a little bit of contact with Buescher. He puts us into Larson. Larson goes around, and unfortunately that's going to cause the caution to end stage 1 early in P14 for us, and a stage win for AJ Allmendinger. Martin Truex Jr. gets himself 7 points as well, which is going to be crucial for him and his survival, as Kevin Harvick, he gets some points. Matt Benedetto gets 2 points, and Keselowski gets 1, as we now have Keselowski in a tied position with the driver in front of him, which was Ryan Newman. So that's pretty crazy right now, as we go into stage number 2 here. Another 2 laps in this stage, and we're already shoving it to the outside lane here, almost into the Tums heartburn turn wall there, but we do keep it going in the right way here, as we are still in P14 here, believe it or not. And now we go to the inside of Joel Logano, getting past him, and now looking to the inside of Kyle Larson, but we get up on that curb, almost spinning out and put ourselves into the wall, which I'm sure would have DNF'd us, which would have been, well, it would have been a disaster. It would have been the end of our season. and our chance at the championship with this 43 team is now we get past Austin Cindric for P15, and now we are trying to catch up to Chris Buescher as we almost go sliding into the infield there. And now here we are to the inside of Chris Buescher and make a little bit of contact because of course he put us into Larson. He could have yielded the position, but he didn't want to. But yeah, we do get past the 17 this time cleanly. And now we go down into the chicane here. But unfortunately, we're going a little bit too hot here, and we send Brad Keselowski around. A lot of damage to the front of our car, and he goes into Joe Logano. The worst situation there for Keselowski. And Truex Jr. now with 9 points this stage. We'll see Keselowski be below the cut line and Truex above the cut line. As Matt Benedetto gets another couple points, but it's not really going to matter for him as we unfortunately took out one of our fellow playoff contenders. Please apologize to the 2-car for me. I did not mean to take him out. Yeah, sorry, AJ. I'm not sure Brad Keselowski is going to be happy with you after that, as we may have just cost him a championship chance here. But we go into stage 3 here, trying to get as many positions as we can off the restart, overcooking it and sending Kyle Busch into the Tom's Heartburn turn wall. And that is going to be yet another caution here. This race is becoming a little bit of a wreck fest, and it's all thanks to AJ Smith here, just running into everyone. Unfortunately, I am just, you know, I don't have any patience with this game, so I was unleashing it a little bit here. But we go back, green flag racing here. AJ Allmendinger is still out in front with that front row motorsports machine, showing that he deserves to be in a car next season. Of course, he's doing really well for them this season, getting a win at Watkins Glen, and now out in front here at the Roval, as now we find ourselves in P4, looking for P3 on Ryan Blaney, sending it to his inside, make a little bit of contact, he comes and hits me. 3 wide now, Kevin Harvick takes us both there, and now he goes up into P3, as now I run back into Blaney, and now William Byron sends it below me, he sends himself spinning into the wall, and that's going to be yet another caution at the hands of us. But I think that was more William Byron send it in when there was no room for him to go at all. So yeah, I'm not going to take blame for that one, but that's going to be yet another caution, and that is going to make this race only 2 laps to go. We are overtime here at the Charlotte Roval, and so basically it's all you can eat here, all you can eat buffet. So you get as many positions as you can get and take it home. Now we send a 3 wide on Truex Jr. He falls back to 5th momentarily here as we go to the inside of Ryan Blaney, trying to take 3rd place, but we overcooked the turn yet again here, playing overcooked over here, as now Martin Truex Jr. is going to send it back up our inside. The defending series champion with no wins this season found himself below the cut line coming into this race, but now he is above the cut line with his 3rd place run and a bunch of stage points he has gathered as he gets himself back up into 3rd place now. And now we are down in 4th place, trying to defend from Ryan Blaney, as AJ Allmendinger has now pulled away from the 4 of Kevin Harvick, and seems like he is going to run away with this one here, as now we come into the chicane here. I take it a little bit lighter than usual because of what I did to Keselowski. Blaney just hits me into the back. He was not wasting any time at trying to get around me here, as now he looks to my inside. I'm going to try covering him off here going into NASCAR 3 and 4. And that is what we do. We stay in front of the 12 car for now here as we come into the final chicane here on the front stretch. Downshifting here as we overcook it a little bit. And that is going to allow Ryan Blaney to get past us for free here. As now we go into the Tom's Heartburn turn yet one more time here. And we get through there pretty cleanly, I might say. And now there's going to be a run to the checkered flag on this final lap here at the Charlotte Roval. The Bank of America Roval 400 is coming to a close, and AJ Allmendinger has tamed the beast here. He finds himself out in front, and he does not need to worry about anything from behind as he is pulling away. As now we have to worry about our behind here as Chris Buescher sends it up our inside. He makes a little bit of contact with me, but I'm going to cover him off going out of this corner here, and now we're going to go into NASCAR 1 and 2. And we go and overcook the corner a little bit. We cover off Kurt Busch here, who is having a good run. Had a nice run at Talladega as well, so he should be safe as well in that 1 car. We're going to be safe here if we keep this P5 up here as we go into the final chicane here. Kurt Busch sends it up out inside. He gets a little bit loose here as we tap him there, but he keeps it straight. He gets loose again off the corner. and we are going to get back past him for P5 here. So on this final lap, AJ Allmendinger takes home the win, and we get ourselves back past Kurt Busch into P5, and this is going to be us going into the final chicane, protecting that position and getting through to the round of 8 here at Charlotte. Well, this is just amazing, isn't it? We brought this team over into the round of 8, and here is your finishing results as well. AJ Allmendinger with the win. Martin Truex Jr. gets himself through with that P3 finish. Kyle Busch also in the top 10, as well as Kurt Busch. They're both safe. Matt DiBenedetto, unfortunately, his P12 is not enough to keep him in the playoffs. Ryan Newman is going to squeak by there in the 6th car, as well as Brad Keselowski is going to be eliminated. Chase Elliott started at the back, did not make it anywhere. Denny Hamlin still survived, even though he finished P28. So we'll give you a look anyway at the final standings out of this round of 8. But those were your notable finishes, as now we see Quinn Houff in P last. But here it is. Kevin Harvick 92 points above, with Kyle Busch 76 above. And there you go. Martin Truex Jr. lives, as well as Hamlin and Newman. And then we have Keselowski, Elliott, DiBenedetto, and Austin Dillon, the drivers who will be eliminated from the playoffs here in season 2021, as we are going to make it through to the round of 8. And here's the little cool animation to tell us that we did. So here is the summary of today's race. We finished P5, got 660 grand out of that race and 250,000 fans. I'm sure they enjoyed me wrecking a bunch of people today. But here's your reset playoff grid here with Denny Hamlin plus 26, Kyle Busch plus 24, Harvick plus 12, Logano plus 8, and then you got Kurt Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Newman, and myself lagging behind going into Kansas. And then we have Texas and Martinsville to follow up the round of 8 here. So that is going to do it here for the Charlotte Roval today. I hope you all enjoyed today's race. Thank you for all the support on the series, and we'll see you all in the next video, which will be at Kansas.